Well, it's game 2 of the series between the Rush and the Tulsa Oilers as we shift back to the usual BOK Center in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dave Smith, Rush head coach and GM, alongside. But last night the crowd was 1,026. Could have 10 times that here tonight. A totally different scene as we go into tonight. What do you think of last night's game?
Well, again, the stuff outside the ice surface I don't really watch and pay attention to. A little bit different environment, and I thought our guys were focused on the game. I thought we did a lot of good things, came out really well. They came with a pushback at 0-0 going into the third. They found 2 goals. We didn't find any. The process, which is really important to us, I thought was good. I'd like to just add a little more edge to our game and find a couple goals there.
Was the difference in your mind just as simple as they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes and that's all the offense that there was last night?
Well, I think that's a storyline for sure. We break it down into smaller bites. I mean, we didn't earn a power play. You could say, well, the officials didn't call it, but I think they don't have a hidden agenda. Our penalty kill was good. I think we generated 25 chances to their 12. And a lot of things happened in the game that could have been a victory for us. It wasn't. So we've got to find a way to just add a little more ingredient and, keep them less than us on the scoreboard.
What were those near misses that you saw on video?
Oh, I mean, Wagner all alone with the goalie a couple times. Benny had, I think, 6 shots on net. We had some good looks. I'd like to increase our second chance looks, more of those greasy goals around the net. That's what actually, Tulsa got their first goal, just, beat guys to net and win a scrum. So I'd like to get more of those.
You saw 14 shots against 4 in the first period, but the big story of that was no goals for either team in the first period. Do you feel like that's happened a few too many times where you get so many shots and chances, don't score, and the opposing team takes that, has a good pushback, and they score the first goal of the game?
Well, the first period was, we've come out with good game plans, and we've had to, fight and push to maintain it throughout the game. The fact that they came back and had a strong second period, shots were, I think, 15-10 for Tulsa, but it's still 0-0. So now you go into the third, and, shots were even again, but they found 2 goals. So I don't feel as if we needed to change anything. I think the edge that we had in the first period was a little jump. We've got to maintain that a little bit longer. We've got to find a way that when it's 0-0 or 1-0 them or 1-0 us, that we have that edge, that we play with the right amount of risk and the right amount of fear, and that we are fighting for that next goal.
How did Tulsa's size and physicality impact the game at all last night?
Well, I think it's a really interesting question because, on the score sheet you don't see Garrett Klotz, getting a goal. I thought he played good. He played just under, I think, 11 minutes of ice, but he keeps the game quiet, right? They've got some toughness on their side, and so do we with Klotzy, but he kept the game control, and I really think what Garrett added to us is hey, let's go play hockey, and if things do get a little sideways, he's ready to step in.
First game for Mauricio Colella, threw him right back in the fire, played the entire game as your old 4 lines the entire night. Impressions on his first game?
Yeah, I thought he was exactly what he was advertised as. He was mature, he was intelligent, he made guys on the ice better, he communicated well, his presence on the bench was welcome and positive. I thought it was really nice to have him.
Simon Mack, first game back as well, played a ton of minutes as well. Didn't see him on the power play because we didn't have a power play last night, but he was certainly a calm presence back there too.
Yeah, and I just talked with Simon. I thought he had good strategy in the game. He hadn't played as much with the Wranglers as he had hoped. He came in, he played a nice, safe game. My conversation with him was he manages risk very well, and he's at his best when there's some risk in his game. So I believe he'll probably take a step forward more tonight. He joined the Rush a couple times aggressively, but I thought he had a really nice game last night, and playing with Chase Pauls, who's an elite leader and communicator. I thought they were a really good pairing.
How impressive is that? He's a rookie, mind you, when he's played about 23, 24 games between the 2 levels as a pro. to play that safe game and not be too individualistic and try too much out there?
Well, he was a captain at Penn State for a reason. I mean, his humility, his effort, everything is aligned with that kid. He's an elite human, and it's not surprising at all if you spend any time with him to know that he can step in and contribute to safe game, and will grow his game from there.
Goaltending was a big key last night. Both goaltenders played well, and Connor Murphy did reach 1,000 saves in the ECHL for the season. I know it's two sides of the same coin. Yes, a lot of shots he faces, but he also has a chance to break the all-time save percentage record in Rush history, so he's stopped a lot of shots that he's seen. How calm of a presence has he been back there, especially this last month or so where he's won more than he's lost?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, he's a pro. He shows up at the rink. He does the right things. He communicates with the guys. He puts the time and effort in, and he's played well in net. And I thought he played well again last night. Obviously, as a goaltender and as the coach of a goaltender, you want every puck saved. But the reality is it's a team sport, and I thought Murph gave us a chance to win last night.
Is there a pride factor in all this when you see where Tulsa is in the standings? You know, they are the last place team in the standings. They hadn't won much at all the last couple of months, and you see a result like last night. Is there a pride factor, and I don't want to say embarrassment, but certainly one where it's like, all right, we cannot afford to lose games to a team like that?
Well, we say those things, we feel those things, but we also know that they're professional hockey players. They're professionally coached. They practice and plan and play and prepare. We look at their recent games. They're in every game. They're not like they're losing 6-1, 6-1, 6-1 and have no chance to win. They've got good players. They got a good plan. And last night they had they found a couple goals and kept it out of their net. So it's not embarrassing. It's something. It is. We take a lot of pride in trying to win every game, and you're frustrated when you don't. So, you strap them back on, and hopefully we can get tonight's.
All right, we got some soccer going on back here. They've been playing the entire time that we've been talking. You mentioned to me that if you get a soccer player, a real soccer player, involved in that, they'll wipe the floor with that, even though it looks like the hand-eye is pretty good. Who was the best soccer player you ever saw in sewer ball?
I don't watch a lot of the games, but I don't know. I know that they are all very good, but when you get an elite guy in there, it looks different.
How different?
Yeah, night and day.
As in they can do bicycle kicks and stuff, and they never lose the ball off their foot?
It's a skill that I think a lot of the European players that have played soccer have it. And it's one of those things, when you see it, you recognize it. When you don't see it, you're like, oh, those guys are pretty good.
How does playing that help when you play with the puck and not a ball on the ice?
No idea.
All right, Dave Smith, good luck. Thank you.
Thanks.